So my name is Radja, and today I'm inviting you to ask me several questions. Who wanna try first?
Uh, okay, the first question that I want to ask you is, can you define what is contentional
Componential
componential
analysis.
analysis? Yeah.
All right. For my understanding, analysis is a branch of semantics that analyze the meaning of the words by decomposing them into their small number of minimal components. It helps us to see what makes words similar or different by breaking them down into their smallest meaningful components. For everyday life, it's like when we try to analyze a recipe, we need to understand the ingredients before we make the dish. I think that's for my answer. What about the next?
As I remember, componential analysis can be divided between two components, right? The structural and the functional one.
All right.
Okay, so can you explain about
So
that?
yeah, there are two components in componential analysis. It's structure and functional, right? I will explain it. Let's we consider words like mammal, animal, used for riding and used for pulling carts. In this method, the words A and B is it like mammal and animal considered as structured components as they belong to the very nature of concepts. And then for words C and D, it refers to the functional components as they refer to something that can be used to something.
Functional is like the
Something
use
that
of the thing.
yeah, something that can be used for something like for something.
Okay, okay.
Any else?
No, can you explain antonymy?
I'm sorry.
What's
Antonym.
yeah, antonymy.
Antonym. Based on my understanding, antonym is linguistic terms that refers uh, to words that have an opposite meaning.
For example,
For example, like when we try to say big and small. I
okay.
think that's antonym because it have opposite meaning. I think that's already three questions.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
So my name is Radja, and today I'm inviting you to ask me several questions. Who wanna try the first?
Can you explain more about the relation between words like synonym, antonym, hyponyms, like
All right. For my understanding, synonym is like when two words have the same meaning, while in antonym it likes have an opposite meaning. And what's the next?
hypernyms,
Hyponym and
hypernym,
hypernym.
hypernym and hypernym, hyponym.
Hyponym. All right. I think I just explain about the definition of hyponym. For my understanding, hyponym is like one words that have the multiple meanings, right? I think that's for my answer. Any else?
My question, could you explain more about the structural and functional?
All right. That's in componential analysis there are like two components, and that is structure and functional components. Let's we consider the words mammal, animal, used for riding and used for pulling carts. In words A and B, it's considered as structured components as they belong to the very nature of concept. And for the words C and D, it can be like functional components as they refer to something that can be used to.
What about the use of plus and minus?
In componential analysis, it can if we want to break a words into like their specific meanings, we can mark as plus to something that related and minus for something that doesn't relate it. Any else?
What else? Explain component analysis. What is component analysis itself?
Component analysis, I think uh, as my understanding, component analysis maybe in linguistic terms it refers uh, to analyzing of. So my name is Radja, and today I'm inviting you to ask me several questions. Who wanna try it first?
You go first. I go first.
Yes.
What's the material? Componential. Yeah, componential analysis. Do you have any like one example of the word, and can you try to branch it off? Like you know.
All right. In there are like several examples, but I only mention one.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's we consider the words like man. In word man, we can break it into like human, male, and adult. Is it acceptable?
So what does it mean about that?
As the word human, as the word man is a general word, we can break it into a specific words.
So it has similar meaning with the hyponym. Hyponymy.
I think that's kind of different because in hyponym, it's one word that have multiple meanings. Is it?
So do you think it doesn't have the similarity?
It has similarities, but it's not that similar. It's like have a bit different from those two definition.
So what do you think about the competency analysis? What is that?
For my understanding, componential analysis is a branch of semantics that analyze the meaning of the words by decomposing them into their small number of minimal components. For simplified, it's like when we try to analyze a recipe, we need to understand the ingredients before we make the dish. It's kind of like of that. Anything else?
So general one into the specific one.
Yes, we break a general words into their smallest meaningful words.
Do you have any question? What do you think of the word student? Can you try to branch it all into like a man, like an example of a man? Kalau I mean, it's okay. This is sorry. I mean, if the example is student, what does it branches off?
I don't think student is a general word, but I will try to break it. So maybe in student we can make like as usual as men before. We can break it into like human or maybe gender like male or female and thin.